The time is 9 o'clock and you are listening to CHMA 106.9 FM.
And now it's time for your CHMA News. We're broadcasting from Sackville, New Brunswick, the heart of the Maritimes and the traditional and unceded lands of the Mi'kmaq people. Coming up in the next 15 minutes, we'll have your local news, Atlantic update, weather, sports update, and some community announcements.
This is Laura McMillan with your CHMA local news. The municipality of Tantramar is developing a new communication strategy and is asking for input from residents that will help shape how they share news, updates, and information that matters most to the community. Take a few minutes to complete the Tantramar Community Communication Survey and tell them how you'd like to stay informed. Public feedback will help to improve the connection with residents across the region. To participate in the survey, go to https://www.surveymonkey.com/r/86F. The final Tantramar Connect session is coming up this Thursday, November 6th. Tantramar staff will be on site at the Sackville Music Barn at 18 Station Road from 6:30 to 8 p.m. to talk about Tantramar's vision for the future and to welcome your questions and ideas. Refreshments will be served and attendees will have a chance to win a $25 local gift card. The Mobile Eco Depot is in Tantramar this week on November 5th and 6th from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Veterans Community Hall at 4955 Main Street in Dorchester. Residents should have their loads sorted and separated by material type and bagged, boxed, or bundled for easy unloading. For more information, go to https://www.eco360.ca/mobile-eco-depot-program. Tantramar is hosting an Entrepreneur Night tomorrow evening at Cranewood on Main from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. If you're a local business owner or manager, this is an opportunity for networking, which will include information on grants to help you hire students year-round. Speakers at the event are Rebecca Lehman and Ron Kelly Spurls, with live music by Harris McSheffrey. Complimentary snacks and drinks will be provided, and you can enter a draw to win a $100 local shopping spree. No RSVP is required. People are encouraged to drop in any time. Presentations start at 7:15 p.m. There are a number of special meetings of Tantramar Council scheduled for this month to address the budget for 2026. The next meeting is tomorrow, with further meetings set for Monday, November 10th and Thursday, November 13th. All meetings take place in council chambers at 3 p.m. and are open to the public. The Government of New Brunswick has declared November Family Violence Prevention Month. This annual initiative calls on all New Brunswickers to work together towards safer, stronger, and healthier communities. The declaration highlights the government's continued efforts to prevent family violence and encourages collective action to reduce its impact on people and communities. This priority is emphasized during key dates during the month, including November 25th, the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. For more information on recognizing and seeking help for family violence, go to the Government of New Brunswick website at https://www.gnb.ca/content/GNB/en/departments/women/domestic.html. The New Brunswick government is supporting a new sexual violence investigative unit within the New Brunswick RCMP to strengthen investigations, support survivors, and improve safety in communities around the province. The unit's first office, based at the Courage Centre in Shediac, will open later this year. Additional offices will follow next year in Oromocto and Tracadie, and all will be managed by an office at the RCMP headquarters in Fredericton. According to Public Safety Minister Robert Gauvin, these units are needed to address the reality that serious cases of sexual violence, including those involving elements of human trafficking, are happening in New Brunswick. By giving the New Brunswick RCMP specialized tools, expertise, and dedicated resources, the aim is to improve investigations, increase successful prosecutions, and to ensure survivors are treated with dignity and respect. The initiative stems from the recommendations made in The Way Forward, the RCMP's Sexual Assault Review and Victim Support Action Plan. The RCMP will staff the new unit with officers trained in trauma-informed approach to complex sexual violence investigations and sex trafficking. The government's $2.8 million investment will also help to ensure police have the necessary resources and partnerships to prevent re-victimization, reduce trauma, and improve safety for vulnerable populations. And that's your local news. For CHMA, I'm Laura Macmillan.
हाय, मेरा नाम साइली है और आप सुन रहे हैं CHMA 106.9 FM यहाँ सैकविल, न्यू ब्रंसविक में.
And here is your CHMA Atlantic update for November the 4th. The New Brunswick government is set to spend $1.8 million on a new sexual violence investigative unit within the RCMP. The unit's first office will open later this year and be based in Courage Centre in Shediac, which the Mounties say will strengthen investigations, support survivors, and improve safety. Additional offices will follow next year in Oromocto and Tracadie and will also be managed by the RCMP headquarters in Fredericton. The units stem from recommendations made in a recent sexual assault review and victim support action plan. And New Brunswick is hoping to lure more visitors with a new 5-year tourism plan. The strategy is based on input from tourism operators, Indigenous communities, and a survey with more than 8,000 responses. The plan is to increase annual revenue from the industry to $3.7 billion by 2031, up from $2.7 billion currently. Efforts will focus on previously untapped markets in Quebec, Ontario, and New England. And a man convicted of a series of sexual assaults in Newfoundland and Labrador's capital city has died in prison in Ontario. Correctional Service Canada says Sefian Boleg died on Saturday at the age of 46. He was an inmate at the Bath Institution in Millhaven, serving an indeterminate sentence. Boleg was convicted in 2016 of raping 2 women and a 15-year-old girl in the summer and fall of 2012. A man charged in stabbing 2 hospital employees in Halifax earlier this year has elected to be tried before a Nova Scotia Supreme Court judge and jury. Nicholas Robert Kumlom appeared today in provincial court, that's yesterday, in provincial court in Halifax, where he was told to return for a preliminary hearing in January 2026. On January 29th of this year, at least 3 people were allegedly injured by a patient at the Halifax Infirmary's emergency department. At the time, the Nova Scotia Government and General Employees Union said 2 of its members were injured, with one requiring inpatient care and the other having less serious injuries. And finally, Nova Scotia RCMP have charged a man with drug trafficking following a bust in Wimacoke First Nation. Last week, police executed a search warrant at a residence on the First Nation and found cocaine, cash, and a variety of weapons. Officers say there will be further weapons charges as the investigation continues. The man appeared in court on Friday and was released pending future court appearances. And here is some weather for you.
Hi, this is Darcy, and you're listening to CHMA 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
And now the weather. Today, showers ending this afternoon, then a mix of sun and cloud. Fog patches dissipating earlier this morning, around 5 millimeters. Wind becoming northwest 20 kilometers an hour, gusting to 40 earlier this morning, then increasing to 40, gusting to 60 this afternoon. High of 8, UV index 1 or low. Tonight, partly cloudy. Wind northwest 40 kilometers an hour, gusting to 70, low +2. Tomorrow, Wednesday, November the 5th, sunny, becoming a mix of sun and cloud in the afternoon. Wind northwest 30 kilometers an hour, gusting to 50, becoming west 20 in the afternoon. High of 8, UV index 2 or low. Wednesday night, rain showers or flurries, low +2. Thursday, November the 6th, rain showers or flurries, high of 6. Thursday night, clear, low -2.
And here's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update.
Last night in the NFL, it was the Arizona Cardinals on the road facing off the Dallas Cowboys in Big D, and it was in fact the Cardinals defeating the Cowboys 27-17 to move to 3-5 on the season. In the NHL last night, just 4 games to tell you about. The Maple Leafs win at home against the visiting Pittsburgh Penguins, 4-3 final there. Blues defeat the Oilers in St. Louis 3-2. It was the Canucks over the Predators down in Tennessee, 5-4 in overtime. And at Climate Pledge Arena, Seattle beat Chicago 3-1. In the NBA last night, Miles Turner, former Indiana Pacer who went to the NBA Finals last year with that squad, returned as a member of the Milwaukee Bucks and left a winner. The Bucks defeat the Indiana Pacers 117-115. Timberwolves with a 125-109 victory over the winless Brooklyn Nets, who are now 0-7 on the season. Jazz get by the Celtics 105-103. It was the New York Knicks at home against the Washington Wizards with the W 119-102. Rockets to beat the Mavericks in Houston 110-102. Pistons on the road with the 8-point victory over the Memphis Grizzlies 114-106. The Denver Chicken Nuggets, they defeat the visiting Sacramento Kings 130-124. It was the Lakers by 8 over the Trailblazers up in Portland 123-115. And finally, the Los Angeles Clippers did not have enough in the tank to make a second half comeback. They lose to the visiting Miami Heat by a single free throw, 120-119.
And that's Brian Nielsen with your CHMA Sports Update. Please be sure to check out Brian's show on Mondays at 8:30 a.m. for more sports commentary. And let's get into some community updates to finish off this news segment. We just did one just on the other side of 9 o'clock, but let's just go over that again in case you're just tuning in at the 9 o'clock news. Just checking the municipality for any big announcements. They're mentioning this morning that Ultimate Frisbee is back inside Tuesday nights, 7 to 9, Church by the Lake, $25 fee to cover the gym rental. Walk-ins are welcome as well, and that will be $5. So be sure to register at tantramb.com/active-living-culture to be able to get a spot because they fill up quickly. The brochure for Moonlight Madness has been released, and it's starting November 14th, just a little bit away. So pick up your copy at local participating businesses and at the Information Center Municipal Office to find out what is going on. There is a long list of wonderful things, so chart out your night. And just letting you know that the Marshview After School program is up, and they have a couple surveys that they're reaching out to you about that you can find at Tantramar MB at the new swanky website, Building a Better Connection with You. So they have a community communications survey that they're looking for some input in. And there was a meeting yesterday, and if you missed it, you can, a council meeting that was at 3 p.m. down at the council chambers. You can catch that again on YouTube if you did miss it. Stay updated and stay informed. And lastly, the Mobile Eco Depot is coming to Tantramar. It's going to be in Dorchester tomorrow and the next day. That's November 5th and 6th from 12 to 8 p.m. at the Veterans Community Hall, 4955 Main Street. You can't kind of miss it if you're driving through Dorchester. It's going to be there. And, of course, with the Eco 360, you need to know what you got, what you're bringing, because they don't take everything, especially not black bags. And you can find out more information at eco360.ca about what you should have. There's a long list, but it's usually pretty common sense, but sometimes you could get surprised. Just be sure to sort accordingly before you bring anything over there. Let's take a quick look at what the Sackville Film Society movie is coming up this week. It's going to be Blue Moon. It's a Richard Linklater directed a film that's just a recent one in 2025. And it's the synopsis says Loren's Hart struggles with alcoholism and mental health issues. He attempts to maintain his composure during the premiere of Oklahoma. There you go. And that is Thursdays at 7:30 over at the Amherst Theatre in Amherst, Nova Scotia. Singles, six packs, and full memberships are available at the box office. And also coming up this week-ish, November 9th, which is technically on Sunday, but I'd say still coming up this week, it's that weekend, is a Green Slates house show. Mike T. Kerr and Lotus White. Fleet-fingered Nova Scotian guitarist Mike T. Kerr teams up with Lotus White and his menagerie of instruments like banjo, jaw harp, and contrabass harmonophonium, and that is this coming Sunday, $20 at the door. Green Slades is at 16 Charles Street. The house is BYOB. Show starts at 7:30. The doors are at 7. So beautiful place, and it's seating is limited, 25 sitting, and I forget exactly how many are allowed to stand, but maybe 10 or 15. But yeah, if you were interested in going, strongly suggested to go pick up a ticket right away. And one more thing before I go, coming up, we were very excited to find out yesterday, and a big thank you to Bagtown Brewing, that this Wednesday, November 5th, and that's tomorrow night down at Bagtown, this week's trivia is going to be in support of your very own local radio station. That's right, folks, CHMA 106.9 FM. So big thank you to Bagtown. It helps quite a bit. This is, I think, our third time that they've helped us out as a local nonprofit, and yeah, it's been extremely beneficial. Yeah, so that's tomorrow night down at Bagtown at 7 p.m. Trivia, bring a team, opens at 5, and yeah, that is some community updates for you. Let's get a couple more in and move along to the music mix. You've been listening to CHMA, Voice of the Marshes, 106.9 FM in Sackville, New Brunswick.
Hi friends. This market might be pint-sized, but it is bursting with unique goodies and scrumptious bakes. Yes, I'm talking about the Port Elgin Farmers Market that happens every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Their winter location is going to be the Port Elgin Regional School at 33 Moore Road in Port Elgin, New Brunswick. Friends, you never know what you might find there. For any further questions, email PEFARMMARKET. That is pefarmmarket@gmail.com.
Join the Sackville Farmers Market this winter at the Tantramar Veterans Memorial Civic Center, 182 Main Street in Sackville, New Brunswick. Find your favorite local vendors in the upper level of the Civic Center for all your local groceries, gifts, and more every Saturday morning from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m.
And that was your CHMA News. Please visit www.chmafm.com for more news and to sign up for our email newsletter. Funding is provided by our monthly sustainers, the Community Radio Fund of Canada, and the Municipality of Tantramar's Community Development Grant. If you have a story idea or would like to include an announcement, please write us at news@chmafm.com. And welcome back. It is 9:19 on this rainy, kind of chilly. Yeah, definitely a deep fall. I'll call this deep fall because it doesn't get much more fall than this. Because then when the snow comes, I think of that as more of a winter. But yeah, we are definitely in full deep fall territory right now, and I think it's expected for the rest of the week. But good news. I just found out it was John Haney's birthday. John Haney is a CHMA alum, most famous for being one of the early producers of the Wilson Moore bluegrass jam that both talk about still with warm affection. It's wonderful to hear Wilson talk about his time spent with John up here using razor blades and tape to cut together the bluegrass jam. And of course, John is a deeply treasured community member here. So I'm going to play, I didn't know exactly what kind of tunes John would want. And I didn't really have a ton of time because I just found out about it just before I jumped on the air. But I'm going to play Jesus Was a Capricorn from Chris Christopherson. For no reason. I don't know if John's ever mentioned that he liked this track or not, but it was there, and there we go. So I'm going to do that. Chris Christopherson, Jesus Was a Capricorn, here on The Voice of the Marshes.
Jesus was a Capricorn, he ate organic foods. He believed in love and peace and never wore no shoes. Long hair, beard, and sandals, and a funky bunch of friends. Reckon they just nail him up if he come down again. 'Cause everybody's gotta have somebody to look down on, who they can feel better than at any time they please. Someone doing something dirty, decent folks can frown on. You can't find nobody else, and help yourself to me. Rednecks cussing hippies for the hair. Others laugh at straights, you laugh at freaks, you laugh at squares. Some folks hate the whites, who hate the blacks, who hate the Klan. Most of us hate anything that we don't understand. 'Cause everybody's gotta have somebody to look down on, who they can feel better than at any time they please. Someone doing something dirty, decent folks can frown on, but you can't find nobody else, and help yourself to me. Help yourself, brother. Help yourself, children. Help yourself, Reverend.
Christopherson with Jesus Was a Carpenter, for going out to John Haney on his big birthday day today. If you see John Haney, wish him a happy birthday. Buy him a coffee. He's a good guy. Let's keep moving into the music. We got Plumes with Summer Long, Lizzie Birchie, and Phila with Love Deep, and Slow Spirit with Pile of Books, all here on The Voice of the Marshes. I have to step out. It is 9:23. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday. Quick schedule check on The Voice of the Marshes. Heading over to CHMAFM.com to let you know what you can expect at 10 o'clock today, because I can never... Wait, no. Tuesday I can remember. It is Stefan Christoph. But I can't remember the name of the show because we never see the name of the show when we're getting the files in. Free City Radio coming out of Montreal, a really incredible show. I encourage you, if you like this 10 o'clock airing, that you should go check out more of Stefan Christoph's work. Does a lot of incredible work of important topics today, and does great research putting it together. We also have Eric Gohill coming up at 11 a.m. 12 is Siley Schringerpour, Democracy Now!, as always, at 1 p.m. Random with Dave and Louisa coming up at 2. Drive Time with Craig Mavosva coming up at 4 p.m. And then I will be taking over the live at 5 slot today. Manuel, it's taken a couple of days, so I'll be, Siley was on yesterday, I'll be in today. And then we start up with our evening program, 6 p.m. The Massey students are in with the Massey Fall Hour, Selective Memory with Brian and John Nielsen at 7 p.m. And we still await wondering what will be the future of moving to the woods with Teresa and Steven, because they are having a little bit of trouble with a new work schedule getting in, but we'll keep you updated. They may or may not be in tonight at 8 p.m., but they keep trying, and we keep having the conversation because we truly love the show. So, roll the dice. 16 Cassettes with Brooke Hennigar coming up at 9 p.m., and Noise with Adam Porter at 10 p.m., taking you into 11 p.m. and the end of our volunteer programming and our broadcast today. There's some Soul Sonic that will play, and of course CHMA is a 24-hour broadcast, so we go all through the night. I got Quiet Man from John Prine coming up next. Plumes, Summer Long, Lizzie Birchie with Love Deep, and Slow Spirit with Pile of Books. Enjoy your morning.
Shoes in my hand, I don't talk much, I'm a quiet man. Beauty and silence both run deep, and I'm running like crazy while you are